Well, today I started mowing the lawn and I started hearing a horrible grinding noise underneath. So I removed the deck because I have a bad spindle right here and I got her all blocked up, but I'm getting ready to take the blade off, the bottom spindle. I might just replace both of them. I'm going to see if I can bust that off. Well, that wasn't nearly as hard as I thought it was going to be. I got that off, and I also got the pulley off. I think I've been neglecting replacing these blades. Probably what made the spindle go bad. So now I'm going to loosen these bolts and pull the spindle out. I actually want to see if I can replace the bearings. I know this one doesn't have a Zerk fitting on it anywhere. I don't see one on either of them. So I may actually just replace the whole spindle and put on a grease fitting, a Zerk fitting, so I can grease them. I'm going to look on the other side once I get it out. Okay, so I got the spindle out. And I think I found the problem. I only see one bearing in there. There should be a bearing on each end, and there's one in there, but there was no bearing on this side. Now, I bought this is a Troy-Bilt Bronco. I bought it used, and I think there was only one bearing in this thing. But I'm gonna check online and find out, because this is all it was on the other side, on the pulley end, on the top end, and the spacer. But I'm sure there should have been a top bearing on there. But I'm gonna go online and see. Okay, so I pounded the spindle shaft out. At one time there was another bearing in here, but just the inner races left on it, so it had completely disintegrated. So yeah, and these bottom bearings are shot. So it's off to find bearings. The other side of the bearing is still in there. You can see it's starting to come out, so I'm actually setting it up on something, taking a hammer and pounding it out. So I shot it with some PB Blaster. I had to make my own nozzle for it, because as usual it's out of air but has still quite a bit of liquid in. So let me see if I can beat this thing out. Okay, so I got the other piece out, the other side of the bearing. I guess all the ball bearings, who knows where they went, but there's the other part of the ball bearing, or the bearing, and there's the other end. So that was definitely the problem. It was screeching like crazy. Well, I'm gonna go see if I can find some bearings and a new set of blades, and we'll slap her back together and get mowing again. So after I got the other spindle off, I think I found out the problem that caused this spindle to malfunction. There's actually a bearing cap on top of the bearing that I guess keeps junk and stuff from falling down on the bearing, and this one didn't have one. I think that's what caused it to malfunction. I tried to look online to see if I could find just this bearing cap, and I couldn't find one anywhere. I was thinking of going to a lawnmower supply place and seeing if they had any old mowers and I could get one, and then I just figured that was going to be a waste of time, especially when I found on Walmart.com a brand new spindle with the pulley and everything for $39, normally $81. So I figured, what the hell, I'll just go ahead and put a new one. This one didn't seem bad. I really didn't even need to take it off, but it's good. So I'm going to put these two back on. I did buy a set of bearings, but I'm not going to use them. I'm just going to save it and maybe rebuild that one at a later date, but for right now I'm just gonna go ahead and start putting it on. I did get a new belt, and I also got some new blades, some Oregon blades, really nice heavy duty blades, made in the USA. If you can see that, but so I'm gonna put them on. So that's what I'm gonna start doing now. I need to go ahead and save these self-tappers, because that's how they self-tap on. But I'm gonna go ahead and start getting this thing put back together and get mowing. So I got the spindles both mounted on. I did want to mention those are self-tapping screws, so you have to start them in and then crank them down. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put the blades on. Okay, so now I am installing the blades. I just wanted to mention that always look, I don't know if you can see that there, but it says install this side up. So always make sure that you're installing your blades correctly, like so. Well, now that the blades are on, I'm going to go ahead and put the belt on and stick it on the mower there. It sounds like someone else over there has got the same idea. I can hear someone else mowing, so let me get on it. I got the belt all on, all the pulleys tightened down, and now we're just getting ready to put her on the mower. It sounds like everybody's mowing around here now. Guess I'll be joining them. Okay, I got her all put back together. Now it's just time to give it a test run.